Hello YouTube, this is Minuteman Survival and Prep, and today this is the first episode of Let's Talk. I'm out back. I'm going to give you a little scenery while I chat with you. I want to talk about the dangers of the world that we live in. There's a lot of things that can kill a person, and there's a lot of people that can kill people. In fact, everybody has a capability and capacity to do so. Now, it's everybody's job to protect their families. Now, I'm not talking about children, I'm talking about men, women, husbands, wives, for those that are adults. We can all debate on how we want to do it, about the things that we should or should not do, and everybody's choice is their own individual choice. It's up to you, period. Now, what I suggest in my videos is just my own personal opinion and perspective, and yours may vary and it may differ quite big in comparison to mine. Now, we can all agree that your family needs food, water, shelter. A lot of people will debate whether or not your family needs weapons. I've been in a lot of situations myself, a lot of dangerous situations, where things have gotten violently out of control, and I was always subjected to having to defend myself. I've been in quite a few of those incidences. Now, it's been quite a few years since I've actually ever had to do that, but I also tried to remove myself from any bad situations too. But you can't always do that. You can't always prevent evil people from doing evil things. You can't always stop them. It doesn't matter if they have a weapon or their fist, which is a weapon, by the way, and can be used as one. Now, it's really up to you on how you want to do things. Food, water, shelter, weapons are some of my biggest focuses. And the reason is because it's my job to provide for my children, for my family, to be there for them. It is. You may not agree, but that's your opinion and I have mine. Now, I know what it's like to starve. I know what it's like to be homeless. I've been there myself more times than I like, more times than I really even honestly want to admit. But I'll be honest with you. I've been homeless. I know what it's like to starve. I know what it's like to be hungry, worrying and wondering when you're going to get your next meal. Prepping for food and water, honestly, I can't go without doing that because I don't ever want to feel that hunger again. Now, I'm not going to say it's as bad as some third world countries. It wasn't that bad, but it was bad enough to make me panic, to make me scared. And that kind of stress can really reap havoc on you. Now, I'm fortunate to have family that's been there for me, to help me out of those bad situations and those tough times. And I've been there quite a few times. You know, the economy goes up and down. I ended up losing a job because the business tanked. Luckily for me at the time, I was prepping. I had food, water, extra money. And because of that, I was able to survive. I was able to keep going. Unfortunately, I had to use 90% of it within about a 4-month period because I didn't have as much as I wanted or needed to have. But that's not the point. The point is it saved me. It saved me from starving, from going homeless. Now, it's so much easier when you have those things and something goes wrong because you don't have to stress. You don't have to worry nowhere near as much as if you have nothing. And that's from my own personal experience in life. And I can tell you, it's a big weight off your shoulders when you know, okay, something went wrong. Say you lost your job. You don't have to buy food because you have food. And if you do have to buy stuff, it's probably in moderation because you should have enough. You should have enough money, honestly, in my personal opinion. So this way you don't have to worry about not being able to make it right away. So this way you can get another good job and you don't have to worry about focusing on where your next meal's coming from or how you're going to pay your rent if you're renting. Or should I say maybe paying your taxes on your property if you have that. But honestly, if you have a home and you own it, you shouldn't really have to worry too much about that. But let's say gas, for instance. Gas prices are always going up and down. They're always fluctuating. And it sucks. It's hard to save money when you spend a lot in gas. I personally work 30 minutes away from where I live. It is a nightmare on my budget. But I'm doing okay. Doing a lot better than most of those people out there in the world. You know, if you take a look at Ukraine, people starving, Venezuela, people starving, eating their own pets. I'm glad I don't have to go through that. Now, I know that prepping and survivalism will only get you so far. You can only use so much of that you have before it's gone, and you have nothing. That's why I believe it's good to be a survivalist. It's good to know how to hunt. It's good to know how to gather. It's good to know your surroundings. It's good to know your area. I hope this view isn't boring you. I love my state. I think it has a lot of natural beauty, and I can thank God for that. But the whole point is me as a person. It's my job to take care of my kids. It's my job to make sure they have a full belly, good quality clothes on their back. I mean, they don't have to be perfect, but I'm not going to put them in tattered rags. You know, it's my job to make sure that if someone's trying to harm them, that I protect them. You know, that's why I advise for people to get carry permits. You don't know what can happen. I'll give you a situation. When I was living in Muscatine, it was me, my daughter, and some other family members. I'm not going to give out any names. We were down at the riverfront, and we were watching the fireworks. Now, a bunch of gangbangers decided to walk by and throw firecrackers at everybody. And at one point, they acted like they were going to try to attack me and some other people that are around the area, some random people, because we, as parents and people, were upset that they were trying to do that. What would have happened if they would have had a gun or a knife? I wasn't carrying back then. This was before I shed my cognitive dissonance, before I shed the whole illusion that was wrapped over my head about the real world and what's really going on. Back when I was a Democrat. I'm a Republican now because I woke up. Somebody woke me up. Somebody gave me a little piece of information and I was hungry for more. You never stop wanting to know the truth unless you're too afraid of it. But I embraced it. You know, I carry practically everywhere I go, except for when I go to work, because I work in Illinois. And, you know, lip-tard noise doesn't exactly like you to carry over there. I mean, yeah, you can keep it on you when you're in the state as long as you don't get out of your vehicle. But I just don't risk it because, honestly, I don't need no trouble with the law. I don't get into trouble with the law. That's why I like Iowa. They're very constitutional here. There's quite a few things they need to fix. I'll be honest about that. But we won't get into that today.